Hey, you know what it is? Is another episode of that Victory Talk podcast, man. Today we're gonna talk about getting money. We're gonna talk about getting ripped. We're gonna do everything we're gonna teach you everything you need to grow your money, muscle, and mindset. Let's get into it. Another episode of that Victory Talk podcast. This is episode 324. All right. I am your host, Big Brandon Carter, King Keto, Gymnasium Jesus, Jesus De Gimnasio, the Southside Savior, Unctimus Prime. And I'm here to lead y'all to the promised land, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to help y'all, to guide y'all to where y'all want to be in life. I'm like the Black Harriet Tubman. Because I was once where y'all at. And then I got free. And I keep coming back for y'all. I keep coming back for you. All right. Week after week, day after day, almost. If I do take a break, it's never for long. It's never for a long time, man. But I'm not alone. I'm not alone, man. Behind every strong man is a fat ass. Is my girlfriend DJ Chiquita Grande Minovia. She's monitoring the chats, putting in work, making sure if you talk shit, you get kicked out. All the haters get banned, banished, exiled indefinitely. You know the vibes, man. We got an amazing show today. I want to focus on side hustles today, ways to make money. Today's gonna be a big make money episode, but if we have time towards the back end, pause. We're going to talk about some fat loss stuff, some losing belly fat stuff, right? And we got a lot we want to get into today. Of course, y'all know, man, all your super chats. Hold up. Well, before I tell you about the super chats, let's get to the sponsor. This episode of the Victory Talk podcast is sponsored by me, Big Brandon Carter. All right. And I got this free tool. It's called the Fitness Revenue Roadmap. All right. Y'all know I teach people how to grow their online fitness businesses. And with this tool, what you're going to do is it's like a quiz. It's an AI quiz. You go in here and you ask the AI. You answer a few questions from the AI, right? And it's based off my knowledge. And you tell it how much money you want to make, right? As an online trainer. This is for people who want to be online trainers or thinking about it. All right. And then it's going to tell you exactly what you need to go from where you are. It's going to ask you where you are. Whether you're making money online as a trainer, or if you're making money in the gym as a trainer, or if you haven't even started this shit, have no following, you're starting from zero, from scratch. Your Instagram don't even have a profile pic, wherever you're starting from, and it's going to give you a game plan to show you where you need to go. All right. And this is a powerful tool. It's 100% free and it's based off my years of knowledge as an online trainer. Click the link in the description. It's the first link and it'll build the roadmap for you. It's going to ask you about 9 questions. It takes about 4 minutes. And it'll tell you exactly what you need to do to grow your online fitness business and hit your goals. And if you're somebody who's been thinking about going online as an online trainer, this is going to help you do it because I've helped over 15,000 people do it. I want to show you what you can expect if you do it. This is one of my students. She had never trained anyone online before. She never made any money before. She came to me. Her name is Anna Quinn, man. She's from Dallas, Texas. And she was a burnt out in-person trainer trying to learn how to do this shit. And she wasn't making no money online. She joined my program and I'm gonna show you what happened. I am here with one of my best students, Anna Quinn. From where in Texas are you from?
Dallas, Texas.
From Dallas, Texas. We've been working together for how long?
8 months.
8 months.
Almost.
And how much money have you made in those 8 months?
Rounding up to the thousandth, 80,000.
$80,000 in 8 months.
Yeah, 79.6.
You know what I'm saying? And that's like online.
Yeah, that's just online coaching.
Just online coaching. The 8 months before that, how much money were you making in online coaching?
Nothing in online coaching. Nothing. Or maybe like $300.
$300. Oh, that's a big improvement. How many 22-year-olds who you know are making six figures?
I mean, I know people like in your group that
other people in our group. Yeah, but yeah.
With an exception of that, I don't know any.
Wow. How do your parents feel about this?
I went to lunch with them yesterday, and I told them how much I made, and my dad was like, "You've made more money in the last 4 months than I have." And I was like, "Hey, Dad, I'll pitch this in for Grandpa if you want." Like, let's,
that feels good though, right?
Yes, like to finally they help me like to finally be able to give back to them, like start paying off my student loans.
Come on, man. So if you want to start your online fitness business too, this is going to give you the roadmap how to do it. Click the link. It's the first link in the description. Make sure you click that link. All right. You know what I'm saying? And then our next sponsor is Thought Repellent. This is the easy to apply spray to keep the holes away. Like, you know, if you a guy like me out here trying to stay faithful, but you rich and ripped, all y'all going to be ripped. You need Thought Repellent when you go outside. Well, I don't necessarily need it because I got a crazy Dominican girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? And she'll attack. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't got that, you're just trying to stay focused, go ahead and get you some Thought Repellent. All right. This is genetically engineered to repel all thoughts, hoes, sluts, skanks, skeezers, Jezebels, and scallywags. All right. We want to have this out by September, mid-September, around my birthday. All right. For my birthday, I'm gonna give y'all a gift. Y'all get gifts on my birthday, like Jesus. That's why they call me Gymnasium Jesus. All right. Y'all gonna get gifts on my birthday. All right. If we get enough super chats. So all of your super chats go towards Thought Repellent. And I think we have a few. No, we have one hero who's already contributed to the fund. Let's acknowledge this brother, please.
We have one, and we have Alex. He's back with a question. Hey, Brandon, I wanted to know what's a good book for sales? The one to rule them all, since I'm interested in learning and closing. You a real GBC.
Yeah, yo, shout out to you, Alex. Appreciate it. Thanks for the $5. The best, you want to get The Psychology of Sales by Lil Brian Tracy, for sure. I'm not gonna give you one, right? Because there's a few to cover, but that one is a really good start. No, that's not where you start. If you're just starting out, then you want to get The 1 Minute Salesman. You can read that shit in the afternoon. It's a thin book. I remember when I had a sales internship after my freshman year of college with Abbott Laboratories, big Fortune 500 company, Fortune 100 company, one of the biggest companies in the world. And I was working with their salespeople, and my boss, who was the sales manager of the region, I asked him that same question. And he said, "You know what, man? This is probably my favorite book on sales." And it's a thin book, it's a really thin book. It's really good. You get that. The best sales book of all time it's not a sales book, but it's my favorite book, is How to Win Friends and Influence People. The principles in that book apply to sales 100%. All right. So that's a good two-piece right there. The 1 Minute Salesman and How to Win Friends and Influence People. Then you want to get Pitch Anything by, I don't know how to say his name, but it's a good book. Now it's more about one-to-many sales, like if you're doing like a webinar or a presentation. However, the principles in there, a lot of them are very applicable to one-on-one sales. But the thing is, you need to read those other books first. Like, I think it's important that you read those other books first. So that's the three-piece. All right. I'm gonna review it for you again. The 1 Minute Salesperson, start with that. How to Win Friends and Influence People, which doesn't seem like a sales book, but just think of it, read it with that in mind. Followed by Pitch Anything. Go ahead and read it in that order. You could read How to Win Friends and Influence People first if you haven't already. It'll be fine. All right. Cool. All right. Yo, how about, what do you say we get into it? Oh, guys, I'm gonna answer all your super chats. If you're just leaving a comment, I probably might not see it. Like, I can kind of see it, but I kind of can't. But if you leave a super chat, not only will I see it, but I'll read it. All right, let's get into it. I want to give you a in this video. I want to break down some of the top side hustles you can do with a full-time job using AI. And these are all side hustles that I either did or I know people who've done it. Either I made money doing this or I know people who have. All right. And I want to break all of these down for you. And let's just get right into it. All right. Put together a little presentation for you. You know how I roll. You know what I'm saying? All right. Oh, all right. Let's pass this. All right. So side hustle number one. This is going to be having a YouTube page, a niche YouTube page. And what's cool about having a niche YouTube page is there's high demand, but there's a low supply of niche YouTube pages. And when I say niche, you want to really niche down if you're going to start a YouTube. Okay. And the way you're going to do this is there are always three main niches: health, wealth, and relationships. There's entertainment stuff too, I guess we can put in there, right? But health, wealth, and relationships are the main ones you want to do if you want to make money, right? That's where the money is. Entertainment is too difficult. Like, you're not about to be the next sideshow Speed, all right? You ain't going to be the next Dr. Beast, all right? You probably not. But if you can help people in health, wealth, or relationships, then you can it's actually something you can accomplish. Now, what you want to do is you want to break those niches down. Go from health, wealth, and relationships. And within there, you want to niche down even further. So for health, it could be fitness, it could be longevity, it could be pain relief, right? Hold up. Oh, fuck. Sorry, guys. For some reason, my phone went off airplane mode. All right. But then those niches are not even nichey enough. The riches are in the niches. Riches are in the niches. Money over bitches. Snitches get stitches. Those are three axioms of life. So let's say you pick fitness. Now you got to niche down even more. Maybe you can talk about peptides, right? Maybe you can talk about fat loss. But fat loss is too broad as well. You have to niche down even further, like fat loss for men after 40, fat loss for women going through menopause, right? You have to niche down as far as possible, because when you niche down, you separate yourself from the competition and you focus on that. Same thing with relationships. Same thing with relationships and money. If you're talking about money, making money, it could be business, it could be investing, but investing is too broad. You have to niche down: stock investing, crypto investing, real estate investing. And then let's say you pick real estate investing, you have to niche down even more than that. It could be something like Section 8 investing, Section 8 real estate investing. It could be flipping houses. It can be Airbnb arbitrage, right? You have to niche down as far as possible, because when you niche down, then you can stand out, right? If you think that you want to do this in the fitness niche, I have a tool that will help you figure out the best niche for you, because I teach people how to grow their online fitness business, and I have a free tool called the Niche Validator, right? So it's going to ask you a few questions. It takes about 3 minutes. It's going to ask about your expertise, who you want to help, what do you want to focus on, and it'll help you narrow down your niche. It's going to give you about 3 to 4 different potential niches based off what you said, right? This is the best tool to help you find your niche. It's something I put together. It's 100% free. The link is in the description. Click that link in the description now to check it out. It's only for if you're in the fitness niche. If you want another niche, this ain't for you. All right. Now, how to use AI to do this? Well, one thing I do even now is I use AI to help me come up with video ideas. Once I have my niche down, I use AI to help me with my scripts and my topics. I don't necessarily use scripts, but I'll come up with bullet points, right? And there's a lot of tools you can use, especially specifically for YouTube, AI tools that will help you out with that a lot. There's one called vidIQ. vidIQ is super helpful for figuring out video ideas. For YouTube, you can also and there's another AI tool called 1 of 10. This is really good for helping out with video ideas. And then when it comes to making your scripts, right, what I like to do is I'll open up Claude or ChatGPT. I typically use Claude for this one. And I'll say, hey, I want to make a YouTube video based off this topic, fat loss for men over 40. Or 5 fat loss mistakes for men over 40. Matter of fact, I can actually show you this shit. I did this the other day. Let me pull it up. Sorry, give me a second. I hadn't planned on doing it. I just thought about it just now. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll say, hey, man, I want to make a YouTube video, five fat loss mistakes men make in their 40s, right? And I'll have you use my skill. I have certain skills that I make, and then it's going to interview me, right? It gave me so actually interview me point by point. It asked me how long it wanted to be. This is part of the skill that I have. And then I just start brain dumping. Boom, give me the 5 points, and then I'll just go in. And this I use it with voice. So one thing I'll do is I'll go on something I call Claude walks. What a Claude walk is me walking around in circles, typically by the pool or on one of my balconies, talking to Claude on voice message, right? So I'll go on a Claude walk. And this is point number 1. Then boom, it kind of grades it based off my skill. Then I have point number 2, blah, 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 blah. Point number 3, and it just keeps going. And then what it does is we keep going. Then it put it together in a Google Doc for me with the whole script. And what I do is I tell it also give me a bullet point script. So now I have my bullet points, and I'll have it next to my iPad. And then when I'm actually recording the video, I'll be hitting the bullet points. That makes sense, right? So this is an easy way to come up with YouTube scripts, and you can use AI for that. Oh. Now, this is difficult. It takes a long time to build an audience on YouTube. YouTube is the most difficult social media platform to grow. But when you do it, though, it's worth it. It's legit worth it, right? And because you can make money from YouTube AdSense. And then if you picked one of those 3 categories that I told you, you can sell courses or coaching based off that. All right. So that's number one. YouTube, having being a niche YouTuber. The next one is online coaching, and this is one of my specialties. Right, this is actually how I made my first $1 million as an online coach, and and this was before we had AI. And I use social media to actually promote myself, get myself out there. And then and that's how I'm promoting my coaching. Now, how do you use AI to do this? Right? Well, what you want to do is, you want to not steal, but you want to mimic what we call outlier content. You want to remix outlier content. And this is what you're going to do for your organic content strategy. And what I mean by that is you want to find on Instagram or even YouTube videos that I call 10x outliers. And these 10x outliers are videos that have 10 times as many views as subscribers that the subscribers or follower that the creator has, right? So you want to go online and look for these. They're not that easy to find, right? However, you could just search them in the search bar, type in your niche in YouTube. I'm sorry, you can type in your niche in YouTube or in Instagram and just start looking through them, looking for these outliers. Or I actually have a tool for you. I put something together in the fitness niche. If you are in the fitness niche, you want to be online coach in the fitness niche, I have a tool for you. What the fuck? Yeah, I have a tool for you where I actually put them together. So there's hundreds of these 10x outliers in the fitness niche for you. The link is in the description. And I already put them together for you. And it's going to be a Notion database that's live. So it gets updated pretty much daily with new outliers. Me and my team, we go out and find outliers from different creators and we put them in. Now, you don't want to copy them, but you want to take maybe the hooks, maybe the formats, and make your own version of them, right? And this is the fastest way to grow on social media, right? It's by far the fastest way to grow. Oh. Now, once you have that, you don't want to just be trying to sell, hey, buy my coaching, buy my coaching. That don't work. What you want to do is you want to give them what's called a lead magnet, right? So you ever go online and you see people saying, hey, comment this word and you get the free grocery list or you get the free checklist, right? Right. Well, you can create those with AI. You can create them with Claude. Gamma AI is a great platform for that. You can create one in Notebook LM, right? And then you give those away. What you want to do is you can use a software called Go High Level. That's what I use, and link it to your Instagram. And when people comment a word, Go High Level will send them the free guide. And then from there, once Go High Level DMs them the free guide, what you can do is you can start a DM conversation with them and then book them on sales calls and close it. That is the easiest. That's the path to grow your online fitness business. I've helped over 15,000 people grow successful online fitness business, and people have got amazing results. For example, I had a student named Jen Caesar, and Jen was a nurse in Florida, and she had never trained anybody before, never been a trainer, but her husband was a follower of mine. He'd been following me for a long time, and we're about the same age. And he convinced his wife to do it. She loves fitness, and she joined the program. And let me just show you. I'll let her tell you how much money she's making.
Hey, Jen, what's up?
Oh, good. We're doing good. For the month of April, I know we were on the road to beat my January total of 39,500 something, and we've accomplished that. I finished April at $49,927.
How much?
$49,927 for the month of April. If I had one more day in April, it would have been 50K plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the month of May, I'm at $12,577.
You had 12,000 already.
577.
Only the 6.
I know.
Oh, come on.
No.
Let's give Jen a round of applause. Let's go. That's amazing.
And that's an older video. Jen has now got her online fitness business to over $100,000 a month. She quit her job as a nurse, and now she does this full time. Right. And then there's another guy I'll show you. Will is from DC. He had never trained somebody. He started online training while keeping his full-time job, working over 40 hours a week. And he joined the program, and now he only works his job part-time because of that.
Hey, Big Will, what's up, player?
Since last Tuesday, $5,094.
You made 5,000 in the last 7 days?
Last 7 days.
You've only been in the program for a little while, right?
August 8th.
Oh, so this is your first month.
And I'm over 32 grand since August 8th.
Come on, man. Let's go. Let's give Will a round of applause. That's fantastic, man.
Hey guys, if you want to learn how you can grow your online fitness business too, if you feel like that's the right side hustle for you, then I have a free tool for you called it's the wrong one. Hold up. Yeah, if you want to learn how to grow your online fitness business too, I have a free tool for you called the Fitness Revenue Roadmap. This is a tool where it will ask you a few questions. It's like a quiz, and it'll see where you are. And it's going to ask you how much money you want to make as an online trainer. And it's going to give you the exact game plan of how to do it based off my decade, based off almost 2 decades of online training experience that I have. I put all my knowledge in this, and I put this tool together to help you accomplish your goals as an online trainer. All right. It's 100% free. Click the link in the description right now. Take the quiz. 9 questions. It's going to take you about 4 minutes. Most of them is multiple choice, but it's going to give you a game plan to hit your goal and tell you how much money and tell you how long it's going to take you to hit whatever goal you pick. All right. Greg, you got a second? Okay, go. Yeah. The next tool is AI. The next side hustle is AI automation. So this is where you work with companies and businesses to help them build AI workflows that actually save them time and or make them more money. All right. And so you're going to be hired by businesses, whether it's businesses with big teams or solo entrepreneurs who need more time. Right. And you can set up automations like voice agents. You can set up agents that respond to emails and DMs. You can set off, you need to find out what repetitive task can get automated by them. Right. And you can build these workflows in Claude. OpenClaw, Hermes, or the new kid on the block, Grokbot, right? And you can help to set this up. My boy Jelani, that's all he does. And he makes over $1 million a year. And he's a one-man business. All he does is he goes into these different businesses and he sets up AI automations for them. But then he also charges them a retainer to keep everything flowing, and he's there if anything breaks, right? You have to learn how to do this, but man, this is a really good hustle. If you know about AI or you're willing to learn about AI, this is an amazing hustle. AI automations, this is not going to go away. All right, that's not something that's going to go away, not no time soon. All right. The next one is you can be a career coach. Right. And this is in high demand, and it never dies because there's always layoffs. There's always layoffs, and people are always looking for jobs. Even if they have a job, a lot of people are looking for new jobs. Right. So if I was doing this, I would pick one in-demand category. Right. I'd use Claude to draft templates based off real examples. And then I would put myself, and then you can use Hermes agent, OpenClaw, or Gronkbot to actually post on Fiverr, LinkedIn, or Upwork that you actually do this for people, right? And then you can use any one of those agents to actually monitor the responses, right? For example, I've hired people off Upwork, but it wasn't me. I had my agent do it, acting as me. He had my AI agent was able to log into my accounts and handled the whole shit from start to finish. I said, yo, this is your job now. Tell me when it's done, right? And this way you can get a lot more done at the same time, right? And then you can also upsell one-on-one coaching, right? The next AI side hustle you can do is you can sell digital products. All right. So this is cool because it's something you only have to build once, 0 delivery costs, and high margins. This is really good for someone who doesn't have a lot of time. Like if you have your job already, you don't have a lot of time to devote to doing sales calls or closing people in the DMs, you can build some sort of course. Now with this course, you're going to have to really niche down, because if you just say, oh man, here's a AI course, right? It's way too broad, right? You want to niche down AI, you can niche down to AI automations. Then you can niche down to maybe Hermes or Gronkbot, right? Because there's no like real instruction manual for either one of those things, right? And you can sell a course on this, right? And you can use AI to help you put the course together, right? Now, don't just say, write me a course on Hermes. And then, you want to have some knowledge and expertise that you can put in there, right? And then you film it, and you can have AI run your ads for you. Because Manus now links, ever since Meta bought Manus, it has the integration with Facebook Ads Manager. You don't even need to know how to run ads. You just tell Manus exactly what's going on, what you're selling, all the links, and tell it to get going. I have a friend who started running ads, and I was trying to teach him for years how to do it, but he just couldn't figure it out. He had like a mental block. And I was like, bro, just have Manus run your ads now. And he's doing it. And he's making he doesn't take it seriously, but he's making like an extra few $1,000s a month selling his digital products. You know what I'm saying? Straight, almost 100% with ads. So if you can figure that out, that's going to be really good, right? Again, the key is to niche down. One thing I will say, this typically does not work with fitness, because fitness is such a mature market. It's so saturated that, one, you got to niche way down, but also people don't really buy fitness courses anymore, but they will buy coaching. Coaching still works, because when you're a coach, you're selling accountability, right? Right. I don't need accountability to learn how to use OpenClaw. Right. I just need the info. But with fitness, it's something you got to do every day. You got to eat right. You got to sleep right. You got to track your macros, right? So fitness people need the accountability. And that's really what we're selling as online trainers. You know what I'm saying? All right. The next, Greg, it's only a few more. Okay. The next side hustle is LinkedIn ghostwriting. Now, I meant to say LinkedIn or Twitter ghostwriting. But people are doing this. People are doing this on LinkedIn. I know somebody who is a LinkedIn ghostwriter. I can't say his name because whatever, he client confidentiality, but he's kind of a well-known, he has a well-known personal brand. And one of his side businesses, he pays people to write LinkedIn and Twitter posts. And you can tell when something is done by AI and when it's not, most of the time, especially on LinkedIn. But LinkedIn is where slop lives, But he did tell me that he has a specific way of doing it, right? Where what he does is he'll load the client's past writings into a Claude project and steal their voice. One thing I will say, you probably want to do this with ChatGPT instead of Claude right now, because Claude put a new thing where they watermark their writing so you can put it in. So maybe not with Claude, but he puts it in a project, right? And then he drafts full weeks and posts in batches, right? Now, here's the thing that's important. He edits it manually, right? He has human editing. So he takes out the shit that sounds like slop, right? And this works. This really works because a lot of times guys just don't have time to write their own LinkedIn posts or their own tweets, and if they do post, it's usually just some AI slop. But if you can actually put together good shit for them, right, that doesn't sound like slop, right? You have to really edit. You have to do some work. People will pay for that. And here's the next level. You want to charge a little bit more, you'll post it for them, right? So they can hook up a service like Metrical or Go High Level, and then you can link their accounts in there. You get permission and you'll start posting for them as them. Like business owners love that shit. I've paid for something similar where I used to pay a dude named Ryan to film and edit all my shorts, TikToks, and reels. And we would just film for hours a day. Once a month, we film like for 2 days and we get a few hundred videos. And then I don't have to think about it anymore. Ryan and his team would edit it, make it real nice, and then they would post it too. Right? People pay for that stuff, if they got money, so they don't have to do it. And I think this is a really good side hustle for you to get. All right. This one is really cool. AI compliance specialist. All right. This is actually an extremely rare skill. All right. And this is important because a lot of business, they don't know if they're being compliant when they're using AI agents or when they're using AI to contact people, especially if they're doing AI calls, like in different states. If you have robocalls, especially in California, you have to let people know, and there's a certain protocol for that. And if they don't do it, they're going to get in a lot of trouble in certain states. And the beauty of this is these companies have big budgets. A lot of these companies have big budgets for this, right? For marketing budgets. This comes to the marketing budget, but they don't have the AI knowledge. If you have it, the AI knowledge and the knowledge of the laws around it, that's where you can come in and really actually help them stay out of trouble, and business will pay for that. All right. Listen. Now this next one is something I used to do, right? It's basically making courses as a service. So I used to have a marketing agency where I would work with fitness influencers, especially the biggest ones who weren't monetizing that well. And what I would do is I'd say, hey, you just keep making videos, I'll build your courses for you, right? So I would come up with the ideas. Me and my team would come up with the ideas, the outlines, and then we would film the fitness courses with the influencer. Then my team would edit it, put it up, put the whole thing together for them. Excuse me. This is back when people bought fitness courses, maybe 10 years ago. And we put it together for it, and we would make so much money because all the influencer had to do was promote it, right? And we were able to do a 50-50 split is because me and my team, we paid for everything. So the influencer literally Didn't have to come out of pocket. Didn't have to run his own ads. Didn't have to even put up the money for the ad spend. We put up the money for the ad spend as well. So we pay for everything and we split the profits 50-50. You might not be able to get that, but you can definitely get some money from it, right? And then you can take it to the next level. I mean, it doesn't work in the fitness industry anymore, but what you can do is you can target doctors, lawyers, any kind of professional who have no courses, especially if they have even a decent size following, right? And you can use Claude to structure the modules, write the scripts. What I would do is I would interview this is exactly how I would do it. And it was before AI. I would interview the influencer. And then I would, based off their protocols, I would come up with a outline of what the course would be, right? So almost like you're writing a book, every chapter is a module, right? And within the chapters, there's different segments, which would be the videos. And what I do is, once I had the outline, then I would interview him on each chapter and each segment. Now you can have AI do that, right? Or you can do it with AI and the influencer. An easy way to do it is just to sit down and record a session with them. Ask them as many questions as possible about what should be in the course. Like just almost like you're extracting a brain dump, get it transcribed, dump it into Claude and say, structure this as a course with chapters, right? Boom. Now you have everything, and then you just have them record it, right? You don't even have to write scripts because it's presumably you'll be dealing with somebody who really knows the topic. And if they really know the topic they're talking about, then they can just go off. You can just say, hey, man, tell me, if you're talking about a doctor, hey, man, tell me about gluconeogenesis. Tell me everything you know, right? And then you just do it one at a time and record each piece, right? Then have it edited, then put it together. The next one can be AI consulting. So this is similar to AI automation specialists, but instead of building everything for them, you can consult with them, with these businesses, about ways that they can use AI to improve their workflows and make more money. And then you can charge them automation on the back end, right? So you really, what I would do with this is I would really niche down, right? And figure out like one problem you can solve for businesses, whether it be AI outreach or AI lead flow, or AI lead gen, or or CRM management, right? Just really niche down on one thing and sell them that, but then you can expand it into more things once you're in. But you want to market one thing at a time, right? This one is pretty cool. All right, you probably hadn't thought of this, but this is local home services, right? This is more of a street level one, right? So first you want to choose a lane, whether it's power washing, windows, lawn cares, right? Like, use Claude for Google business setup, ad copy, and door knocking scripts, right? And pricing structures, right? And then what you want to do is, again, you can use Manus to run your ads and start running local ads. And the reason I pick local stuff is because local ads really bang. I mean, they're some of the easiest things. If you have a local business, a brick and mortar business, local ads are probably one of the best things you can do. It's probably one of the easiest forms of ads because there's less competition in a certain zip code radius than there is worldwide. You know, you can dominate a certain radius. And if you don't know how to do it, man, the beauty of it is you don't need to know how to do it. Like Manus is owned by Facebook, and they'll allow you to hook it to their ads managers. And you could just have Manus run your ads, right? And then you can really dominate a local niche if you're doing this right. Because I promise you, them other power washers in your town, they probably never heard of Manus, man. They hear that shit, they think it's a bug or some sort of insect. You know what I'm saying? Again, guys, if you think online trainer is the move for you, that's how I made my first million. And I've taught over 15,000 people how to grow successful online fitness businesses. Hey, man, the fitness revenue roadmap will show you exactly how to do it. All you got to do is answer a few questions about where you are, what you want to accomplish, how much money you want to make. It's going to give you the exact structure and game plan you need to go from where you are to where you need to be. And it's going to tell you how long it's going to take. It's 100% free. The link is in the description. Make sure you click that link, all right, and check it out. You don't want to miss 100% free. And the AI, this is not like ChatGPT behind the scenes, right? This is all of my knowledge of years of helping thousands of people grow successful online fitness business. I dumped it in here. And it's kind of like if you were talking to me directly about how to build your business as an online trainer. Link is in the description. Let's get it. Yo, Young Candlestick, thank you for your patience, brother. You know what I'm saying? Let's do the market. Let's do the market recap. Yo, Greg, what's going on, player?
What's up, Brandon? What's up, Victinators?
Yeah, we out here, brother, man. Yo, listen, what's that market talking about, man?
Man, it's great to be here. And the markets are actually moving now. They've been sideways for a long period of time. We just actually had a sell-off for the past 2 days. So this sell-off is actually coming from what's called a false breakout. So right over here, we have this nice high base, move up, high base. Generally, whenever you break that high base, you should move higher. Now, it doesn't mean it has to move higher. If it doesn't, it turns into what's called a false breakout or a specialist breakout. So this is what the professionals look for. They look for those false breakouts where it breaks above resistance, can't hold, and then it starts to sell. That's where you can start to go short. So I'm actually leaning short for the next few weeks. Yep. And you know, there's a bunch of different opinions on the end of year price target for the S&P 500. Most analysts and money managers, banks like JP Morgan, they're predicting the market gets to 8,000 by the end of the year. So from these prices, they're expecting by the end of the year, we should be about 4% higher. The market is currently up 11% year to date. My portfolio is up 17% year to date.
Come on. Talk to him, man.
So that's what we call, you know, a 6% alpha, you know.
Talk to him.
But what we're looking for right now is maybe a little bit of a pullback. Nothing crazy. I'm expecting at least a 1% drop over the next few days or weeks. Some money managers, just about 20 to 30% of them are super bearish. They think we could drop like 5, 10% from here. What's similar to the correction that we had at the beginning of the year. It would kind of look like this. Bank of America has a bearish target at the end of the year. They say that the S&P 500 finishes the year at 7,100. So that's way down here. And so from these prices, that would be a 7.5% drop from the highs.
Yo, man, people would be shitting themselves if that happened.
Because the market's bigger and bigger. It's the biggest it's ever been. So people are going to feel it way worse. Yeah, pause. People are going to feel it. So I'm in the camp where if it dips like 1 to 3%, I'm going to buy some stocks into the end of the year. If I really think it's the bottom, that's where you can buy the call options. That's where you can leverage into it. Okay. And just a quick recap. None of this is financial advice.
None of it is financial advice.
Yeah. I'm just doing some technical analysis. This is arts and crafts, everybody.
Yeah, man. We just two guys on YouTube.
Yeah, we're just two guys on YouTube. So we can also look at leading market indicators to get an idea of where the general market is headed. A leading market indicator is the semiconductors, SMH. They had a decent down day today, 4%. They had this structure where it tried to break out, really just didn't have the energy to do it. And today we just gapped down and sold off. Okay, so if semiconductors are going to be weak, the general market is going to be weak. IWM had a pretty big down day, down 1.2%. That's big for IWM. We're starting to break away from this structure. So I'm leaning neutral to bearish on IWM. over the next few days and or weeks. Yep. I even have IWM put spread.
What's the current price? I can't see it for this.
Current price is $300.23. I think like a decent drop would be 2%. So 293 could be a little support. This is all short-term stuff. I do think that if you're a long-term investor, just continue to dollar cost average into the S&P 500. Buy stocks that are beneath fair value. If you see a momentum setup, feel free to take it. So no like crash signals. It's not no huge drama for now. Some other money managers are bearish on IYT. This is the transportation.
Real quick, before you get in IYT, guys, if you got any questions for me or Greg about any stock or security, just leave a super chat and I will answer it. You know what I'm saying? So any questions about any stock security, even crypto, if the crypto guys are still out there.
Still alive.
If you guys are still alive, man, we'll answer your questions. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the best bang for your buck, to get a professional analyst to analyze your chart.
Come on.
So hit it up. But I actually bought some IYT puts today. Okay.
Really?
I grabbed some September puts. We're starting to break underneath support. Some money managers think that this can drop 50%. That's like not even on my chart. I think that's crazy. Usually the older people are bearish.
What's wrong with transports? Like, what's the issue?
Yeah, so it really has a lot to do with oil prices and the war in the Middle East causing havoc. It's just lasting longer than predicted. And it's been kind of shoved higher because we keep getting told, hey, peace. The war is settled. The war is over. They keep saying
the war is over.
But last I checked, it wasn't.
It's not though. It's not though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's not over.
I even heard that Iran was not going to do any negotiations until there's a damn new president.
I get that.
They're waiting for somebody new. I'm not that bearish on the transports, but enough to grab some puts. I think that we could potentially sell 5-6%. And if that were the case, my puts will go 10x. Cool.
Oh, wow.
Puts will go like 1,000x if it drops 50%. You know, that's just unreasonable. There's too much support behind the market for that to occur. Another big topic is the bond market. You know, it's the credit market. This is kind of like the building blocks of the entire global economy. Okay. So if you see TLT just dying, selling off, no buyers, that's going to wreak havoc on the market. Okay. Because that means that interest rates are being pressed higher. And the Fed is actually not going to raise interest rates. The probabilities are lowering that they're going to raise interest rates. And what Fed Warsh said was, we're just going to let the bond market naturally set interest rates. We ain't going to do any manipulation. We'll let the free market settle it out. So
you guys can figure it out.
Yeah, you guys can figure it out. So just keep an eye on TLT. If you see TLT kind of bouncing or moving higher, it means that stocks are kind of stabilizing and everything's fine. No catastrophe. If the bond market starts getting wild, Trump's probably going to step in and do something. He's always intervened before shit.
Yeah, always.
Yeah. He can't
One
have
thing about Trump,
market.
Man. It's like he gonna keep the market up.
Yeah,
he's gonna keep the market up.
It's one of those things where you can't fight the Fed and you can't fight Trump. If you can't beat him, you got to join him.
You got to join him.
Yep. Yeah. So that's what I'm seeing on TLT. In terms of other markets, Bitcoin dead, fucking sideways for months now. Bitcoin's the same price it was in February, early February, January. So Bitcoin literally just got its ass whooped in December and January, and then it's just done nothing. I wouldn't mind shorting it underneath like 60K or even.
Come on, man. Talk to him.
But for now, I'm just leaving it alone. You do your thing, Bitcoin. I'm gonna buy cash flowing assets.
Yeah. Talk to him, man.
If Bitcoin is gonna bottom, maybe I'll buy some. I'll let you guys know if I change my mind. Not a big deal. You don't need to get ahead of ourselves, you know.
Yeah. Hold up. You got 2 super chats.
Oh, let's break it down. Thoughts on Keel and DTCR, pursue excellence. Okay. Let's check out Keel first. KEEL. Keel Infrastructure. This looks like a bearish chart. This is a sub $10 stock. I usually don't mess with those.
Yeah.
Most of the time they go through pump and dumps. You see pump, dump, zigzag into nothing. Pump, dump, So we're in the dump phase. This looks like a short if I were to short it.
When I'm looking at it, when I'm looking at it, they say fair value is $6.
Okay.
And but it's weird when in these cheap stocks, basically penny stocks, you know.
Okay, so it's focusing on high performance computing and artificial intelligence workloads in North America, Canada, and the United States.
Yeah, the revenue grew by 72%.
Okay.
this year. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
That's a helpful tool.
However, total debt exceeds cash by 101 million.
Oh, they're broke. But they got a cool website.
They got a dope website, but they're $100 million in debt.
Okay, so here's the move based off the chart. There's support right here at 2.78. I'm personally not going to go long. I wouldn't touch this long. Maybe if you wanted to, if it broke the downtrend, maybe if it broke above like $4, cool. Maybe you can wheel it, buy 100 shares, sell the 6 covered call. I would just stay away. If you're a savage and you're a bearish trader, you can buy a leap put in the money, and then you can sell weekly cash secured puts to cash flow your leap put. A bit nerdy and a bit advanced, but that's a way you can cash flow a bearish position on that. I would just stay away. You know, there's
I don't think I'd fuck with that one.
Yeah, there's so many other stocks and ETFs and things to invest in,
like really good companies.
Yeah, you can speculate. Maybe the price is attractive to you, and that's fine. Just wait for a technical breakout if you want to go long, and that's over 4. Otherwise, you can speculate a dip buy at 282, or you can just speculate right here.
That $100 million in debt.
Yeah,
with that I'm out.
Yeah. What's the overall trend? It's really just neutral. Nothing too exciting on that one. Let me know if you have any further questions on that.
Did you pull up DTCR?
So this is the data center. This is the data center ETF. Okay. Yeah. So I like this one long term. This does have risks for the next few months, but this is an ETF. Realistically, you can dollar cost average into it. I'm long on this from 26.50. I've got 100 shares of this. So I'm up a little bit. You know, I'm up 7%. I might come to break even soon, but yeah, I would say it potentially could sell maybe even down to something like 24, but then that would be a dip buy. Otherwise, you can just dollar cost average. Yeah. I think in 3 to 5 years, this ETF can go off.
Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, if you want a little bit more single stock risk, Nebius Corp. Remember, we've been talking about this all year.
What's the ticker symbol?
NBIS. NBIS. If this is down in the next 2 days, this could be a dip buy. Okay. The dip buy would be around 230. Okay. So NBIS dip buy 230. That's not financial advice. I'm just saying that's a support level.
Yeah. Okay? 230. It does look good, you know.
Yeah. And based off this structure, it looks like it should sell for the next few days.
Over the last year, their revenue went up 479%.
It's about the same as the stock price.
their annual margin is 15%. Their debt exceeds their
yeah, they do have some risk. So Michael Burry is short on this stock.
Yeah, their debt exceeds their cash by guess how much?
3x.
Well, what's their net revenue? Not 3x. So their cash
on the balance sheet, cash on hand.
Yeah, cash on hand is 3.7 billion. Their debt is 5 billion.
Okay, so it's not ideal.
It's not ideal. There's like they got. It
could be better. It could be worse.
It could be better. It could be worse. Like, you know, it's weird with this AI shit, man. Like some of these fundamentals don't mean anything. Yeah,
generally you want debt usually not to be more than 2 times cash on hand. But if it's a growth company in its early stages, it's fine. But if they've been around for like 5-6 years, it's like, come on, get your shit together.
Like Google's cash to debt balance is like Google has twice as much debt as cash they have, right?
Okay.
So like that's not the worst thing in the world, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
you know how I feel about Google.
Yeah. And fundamentals is one thing. What the only thing that drives the actual stock price is going to be supply and demand, which is why I love the charts the most. But the fundamentals give you a longer term picture of what's going on and where it can gravitate towards longer term.
Yeah.
But this has been a really good stock to us. I like to come back to stocks that keep making me money. Yeah. And I'll just stop trading them or investing in them once they stop making me money.
Yeah. All right. I think you got another one.
Let's check it out. XAU USD. XAU. That's silver, gold, silver index capital weight. Otherwise, I need to pull up TradingView. Let's break down gold and silver, and that'll give you a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so gold hitting that resistance that we talked about for a little bit. Gold might sell for the next few days. I do think it's a dip buy if gold is down 2 or 3 days. This is your next chance. Okay, so gold, if you took that leap spread when we talked about it down here, you'd be up 50%.
Come on.
Okay, so that's gold. Same with silver. Silver SLV has a breakout buy over 60. 60 is the breakout buy. I would opt for the breakout buy. I know some other money managers that are already long this, but silver, if it does break over 60, it probably goes up 20% up to this 70 level. Okay. And that ties in with the dollar DXY. Dollar trapped in this bear flag. So drop, bear flag. If it, cracks underneath this support, that can lead to a further sell-off in the dollar, which puts up gold because gold is denominated in US dollars. Okay.
Got it.
Yep. And there's a lot of stuff going on with the currency. The Japanese yen has been getting its ass whooped. So Japan's worried about their currency. So things are a bit correlated. That's what's been going on with the bond market. Japan has needed to sell TLT to save their currency. And so they're kind of destabilizing the global economy with that. Okay. So that's what's been going on that front. Energy has been exploding. XLE, top ETF for the year. Remember?
Come on, man. We tried. Didn't we tell them?
We told them.
We told them. When did we tell them? Show them when we told them.
We told them right as the party got started here at 43. So since we told you XLE is going to be the best sector.
Check the tapes.
42%. 42% XLE's gone. And that doesn't include the 3% dividend you're going to get while you wait. So you get paid to get a 40% gain. Paid along the way. XLE, I like dip buys if it comes back to 61, but I got called away on my XLE trade. I had 100 shares of it, so I had about $6,000 in this. I got paid to take profits. So be it.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Guess what, though? The beauty of the wheel is once you get called away, if I want to, I can just sell 61 strike cash secured puts. Cool. I can get paid to buy it back at support. And ideally, I wait for a few down days to get a better deal. But XLE, really, really strong. Much stronger than oil, which we noted XLE is going to outperform oil.
We said it.
Yep.
We said it.
Yep. So keep that on watch. Google, I like this long term. I think it's at a good spot right now. The only thing that could hurt Google is really a broad market sell-off.
Yeah, and Google doesn't have as much AI exposure as these other guys. Because it's really AI is propping up the market.
Yeah.
And Google doesn't have as much AI exposure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they do, right? They have Google DeepMind and they have Gemini and all their products, but they're not reliant on it. You know what I'm saying? Like they make money other ways.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be profitable.
YouTube's a big part of their business.
A huge part.
Yeah. So
YouTube makes more revenue than Netflix.
Yeah. Oh, Brandon, speaking of Netflix, guess who bought Netflix?
Who?
He took a position.
Bill
Ackman. He bought Netflix. Yeah. He took a stab at Netflix. I'm not sure exactly the percentage of his portfolio, but he got around $74 a share. It's currently at 77. The fair value of Netflix is 100 to 110. So Netflix does have, 30 to 40% upside from here. Okay. And if Netflix takes out 65, that's where I just manage my risk and get out. Netflix has never been one of my favorite tech stocks. I haven't really invested in it. And I'm kind of glad I haven't. I haven't really missed out on too much. But Netflix has some value here just based off the cash flows that they have, based off the fair value. The chart setup is meh. I grade it like a B minus. It's not bad though. It's staging higher lows. You can risk off of this trend line right here that I've drawn. But yeah, I've got some call options expiring in September. I'd love to sell those call options if we pop up to like 85, 90, maybe like 93. That's the take profits on the trade.
All right.
So
yo, you got another super chat. I want you to answer it while I urinate.
Okay.
Right,
Pursue excellence.
I'm trusting you, Greg.
What are your top 3 ETF and top 3 growth stocks? Man, I hate to be boring, but the thing is, boring makes money. Okay. It really depends on your goals, because I can't just broadly recommend an ETF. Everybody has a different risk tolerance, time horizon. They have different goals. It's called personal finance for a reason. It's tough for me to just generalize straight to you. However, that's what I'm going to do. For most people, VTI, this is the total world stock market ETF. This is the most diversified ETF you can get. It's going to average a bit less than the S&P 500 per year, but you're getting a lot of diversification in VTI. This is something that you can just dollar cost average into, set and forget. Okay. If you want to go simple, if you're a patriot and you love America and America's your favorite, VOO. This is our S&P 500 ETF. If you just put call it $25 per day into this instead of recurring investment, but in 30 years, this is going to be about $3 million. No guarantee of that, but if you do $25 a day in 30 years, you'll have $3 million. Anybody can do that. I bet you, if your life depended on it, you could find $25 a day.
Yeah,
okay?
you could get yourself $25.
Now, it's easier said than done, but that's what you can do. So that's VOO. Obviously, if you're younger and want a little bit more risk, but more reward, the NASDAQ ETF, QQQ. This is something that these are ETFs that you can dollar cost average into and not open up your brokerage account for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Okay. Like you could be completely locked out of your brokerage account. And studies even show like people that look at their portfolios the least have the best performance. When you tend to check on your portfolios, this is aside from like professional traders or professional analysts, most people perform better when they don't look at their brokerage accounts. And there's many psychological reasons for that. Studies show that the more you open up your brokerage account, the more risk averse you become. It's interesting. You don't want to take losses the more you check, the average investor or trader. So just something to think about. So QQQ, VOO, VTI. If you just like emerging markets, EEM is fine. But those are some of my favorite ETFs. In terms of growth stocks, I really still do like Google. You may not get the most amount of growth from this, but it's one of those things where if you mess up on some growth stocks in individual stock picking, you can lose 70, 80% of your investment. So it's like, why take that risk when you could just put way more into the ETFs? I'd even like call options or something like that on the ETFs after a dip, of course. I don't like call options up here. We talked about NBIS. I still do like it. I just need to get a deal. So NBIS. Sometimes I don't always just go for growth, though. Sometimes you can get your growth on some value stocks. Like I've been talking about Medtronic since $78 a share. Now it's at 92. It's up 17.5%. Pays you 3.5%. Sometimes it's better to take higher size in a safer investment. than it is it depends on the scenario. You know, if we get a market sell-off, that could be different. I really do like Amazon. Amazon's coming into
Amazon, man.
Yeah. It's actually gotten its ass whooped since making its all-time highs. If this is down 2 or 3 more days, call options.
I think it's a buy.
Yeah.
It's not financial advice.
Yeah, not financial advice. The only thing that could stop Amazon too is just a broad market sell-off. Like if Bank of America is correct and
they have such a huge moat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think they're going to crush robotics as well. Absolutely dominate robotics. One investor, Chris Camillo, he's been a pretty good investor. He's heavily levered into Amazon. And I do respect conviction. You know, whether they're right or wrong, you got to at least respect conviction. And especially if they have a decent track record, which he's good at just buying stocks and holding them. But Amazon, it's coming into this zone. Like this whole structure is going to be demand. Very likely. Can it just sell off and fall through? And Greg was wrong. It wasn't demand. Sure. But the most likely scenario is some sort of stabilization and then a rebound. And then I think Amazon's $400, $500, $600 in 2 to 3 years. Okay. It's currently at 260. So I think you at least get a double on Amazon in 2 to 6 years. I hate just throwing out time frames out of my ass, but it takes time.
Double in two to that's
2 to 6 years. Yeah, strong, like which one is it? 2 or 6?
Yeah. But double is still strong for such a big for stock so big, so much market cap.
If you like getting cash flow while you wait, I've been wheeling AMZU. This has been going really well for me. I'm getting $200 a month off of just $3,500. So $3,500, sell covered calls, sell the 0.3 delta. If you get called away, cool, that's fine. You know? So AMZU, if you want double levered Amazon, don't stay in it too long. I'm cool with getting called away. You don't want to stay in. I heard some fucking dorks on some podcasts talking about, oh, why don't you just like buy TQQQ instead of QQQ? It's triple levered the NASDAQ. You're going to get triple the investment returns. They do not understand decay. These leveraged ETFs are not meant for long-term investments.
Yeah, they're not.
No. And the reason for it is any pullback, a 10% drop in the market, these pull back 30%. And here's the kicker. It's not just because they drop more and go up more with the market, but they go through what's called decay. So for example, let's say you buy a stock at $10, okay? And then it drops 10%, okay? Now we're at $9, right? Drop 10%, okay? Now, let's say it rallies 10%, up 10%. Are we back up at $10? No. If it's at $9 and it goes up 10%, we're at 9.90. And that difference of 10 cents is the decay. And this gets magnified massively when there's bigger moves. So this gets magnified on the triple levered ETFs. And the overall market may recover back to all-time highs, but you might be down 30 to 50% on your TQQQ investment. So don't listen to non-professionals on some of these podcasts. That was really damaging for me to hear.
Yeah.
I hated that. They might have just screwed over so many people. But I digress.
Yeah, it was a big podcast.
Oh, decent one. Yeah. Decent one.
Damn.
Yeah. Decently sized podcast. Still like Microsoft and ServiceNow and software. So Microsoft, we said, don't buy Microsoft up here at 500. Wait for a pullback. Glad we waited.
Yeah, come on.
So I'm still waiting. I'd like just a little bit more of a dip. Maybe I'm getting greedy, but 465 should be some support on Microsoft. That can be your opportunity to.
If I was long-term, I'd feel comfortable like starting to get in right now.
Yeah. For shares right now, for call options, you got to be really precise. Okay. Call options, 465, shares right now. ServiceNow, price target of 160. It's just retesting the box. I still like the stock. Chart looks okay. Nothing too crazy. Axon, we've been talking about Axon since 420, 415. Stock is at 620 now. Axon is showing a breakout as well. Okay. You guys know that I've been all over XLV. XLV
Oh, yeah.
new all-time highs.
Come on, man.
And it's gone
Silver.
up a ton.
Let's get it.
It's gone up.
Hey, man,
You know?
listen. We try to tell him, Greg.
I know.
How often do we keep trying to tell him? You know,
You can lead a horse to water.
yeah, but you can't make him drink.
One last thing I'll leave with you guys is if you're looking for a stock to wheel, I do like Vale, VALE. So this is an ADR, American Depository Receipt. Basically, this is a Brazilian miner. Okay, so metals are in rotation. This pays a 12% dividend. Do you guys know that? 12% dividend, and you can get good cash flow each and every week. Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of victory trades, we've been crushing it. Chase, he's making like $500 to $1,000 a day, and he just joined a month ago.
Come on.
Like, he booked a coaching call right away. He's like, "Tell me your best strategies." I'm like, "It's the 0-day credit spreads. Let's go."
Yeah.
And so he's crushing that. Chris over here, he's getting about $200 to $500 a day. He's been with us for about 7 months. We got futures trades. We got we're getting really good at using Claude, Brandon. We still need to work on that project. It's been accurate. It's been pretty good at predicting the closing price.
Come on. We should do next week. Do you want to do a
presentation on that?
Yeah.
I'd love to. Do you want me to do it Thursday or do you want it next week?
We can do Thursday if you can do it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can whip something.
Yeah,
up
show
real
some examples, whatever prompts you have. Hit the like button and type 1 in the comment if you want Greg to do a strategy on how he uses a lesson next week on how he uses Claude to do 0-day call options and been printing all this money. Let us know.
Yeah.
Hit the like button and type.
It will be a bit more advanced, but I'll try to explain it simply because there's layers to, option contracts, butterflies, iron condors.
Yeah.
I can just show you, hey, this is how much you're risking. This is what you can make. There you go. That's it.
Come on.
We got Simus over here getting some payouts. What's cool about this Tradeify is he can take like daily payouts. So
it
doesn't matter which funding company you go with. Just trade the futures live with us.
Yeah, man.
We had a good morning today. But yeah, these are some of the wins and victory trades. These are what the trade alerts look like. I'm buying the IYT put. Here's your limit price. There you go.
I'm gonna be on with you tomorrow. I got my shit together now.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be trading live tomorrow. If you guys want to trade with us or get Greg's trade alert straight to your phone every day, join Victory Trades. The link is in the description. It's like $99 a month, but you get all Greg's trade alerts every day, and you can trade live with us. We trade futures every morning. I have been off because I had like some computer issues, man, but Greg actually helped me fix it.
We got it up.
And now I'm ready. Tomorrow we're gonna be back on trading live. You can trade with us tomorrow morning. We don't even use our own money. We trade futures with the prop firms. We trade the call options with our own money, but we trade futures with the prop firms, man. You know what I'm saying? And then use that prop firm money for call options. Come on, man.
Yep, exactly. Victory Trades is great if you're a brand new beginner too, because we have beginner courses, options courses, futures courses. You can follow along the videos, get set up, and then you can just ask questions on the live. So we do hold your hand through a lot of things. All right.
Let's go.
I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out,
guys. For sure, man.
Top 3 Mag 7 stocks. Google. Microsoft.
Oh, you got one at the buzzer, bro.
All right. I'll just leave it as Google, Microsoft, and what would be my third? Nvidia.
Yeah.
Google, Microsoft, Nvidia. Yep. Peace out, you guys.
All right, man. Peace. Yeah. All right. Cool. I think I got some super chats, right?
You do. We have Alex back that says, hell yeah. Thanks, Brandon. I'll check those out in that order. We still need that thought repellent, though.
Oh, man. It's coming soon, brother. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
We have Yajero Santos. I will be your biggest star, brother. Give me 3 months.
Let's go. Let's go, Mr. Santos.
We have a Lobo. Longtime viewer on my 5th rental property now. Greatest shape of my life. Appreciate everything you have taught me over the years. Add this to the thought repellent fund. Love and respect from Los Angeles.
Oh, hold on. Let me take a screenshot of that. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Shout out to you, brother. That's amazing. All right. Awesome, man. Awesome. Guys, again, before we get started, if you want to learn how to grow your online fitness business, I got a free tool for you. All right. It's called the Fitness Revenue Roadmap. I have all my knowledge in here of actually helping people grow their online fitness business over the last 10 years and my 15 years of experience as an online trainer. That's how I made my first million. And what it is you answer about 9 questions, find out where you are and what goal you're trying to accomplish, right? And it's going to give you the exact breakdown of every step you need to take to grow your online fitness business. And it's going to give you, depending on where you are and what goal you pick, it's going to give you a timeline on how long it's going to take you to make money. And if you can do this, man, hit the link in the description. Just take it. Answer 9 questions. See what you need to do to accomplish your goals. If you've been thinking about being an online trainer, here's where you find out what it takes. And you might not want to do it after you say, hey, I don't want to do all that, but you might see it and be like, oh man, that's exactly what I want to do. Because I had some students who make some money. For example, here's Kelly Nicole Fit. Kelly, when she came to me, she was in college. She was a kid, and she was a marketing major, and she didn't want to get a real job after college. She joined my program, and she never had to work. Let me show you why. Hey, I'm here with one of my best students, Kelly Nicole Fit. Hello. And Kelly, man, she was one of my students in my high ticket training program, where I teach trainers how to build their online fitness business. And she went from about 1 to 2K a month. So how much are you doing a month now?
Almost 20K a month.
Almost 20K a month. How old are you?
I'm 23.
23 years old, making 20K a month. That's like amazing. That's incredible. Listen, what was your you were in college when you first started?
Yes,
and you wanted to make sure that you didn't have a real job when you got out. Yeah.
Yep.
And how long did it take you for you to start seeing some success?
When I started implementing it within the first month, but I mean, it's been 6 months since I've joined the program, so
nice.
Pretty crazy. Yeah.
Awesome. What would you say to somebody who was thinking about joining the program?
Absolutely do it. You're wasting your time if you don't, because honestly, I was a marketing major and I learned more stuff in this program than I did in my major itself. So
awesome. Well, yo, congratulations.
Thank you.
Really proud of you.
Thanks.
How many other 23-year-olds you know who are making 20K a month?
I don't.
You don't know any. Yeah, that's right. Yo, so guys, if you want to start getting money like that, click the link in the description, answer the 9 questions and see what it takes. See what it would take for you to actually start hitting 20K, 50K, or maybe even 10K if that's all you want per month as an online trainer. It's 100% free. All right. Let's get into some more side hustle talk real quick, man. Let's get into this right quick. As somebody who has made millions of dollars online, I've made over $20 million online. And over the last few years, I've been using AI heavily to build my businesses and take it to the next level. I want to rank the top AI side hustles that you can do, even if you have a job already and you're trying to take it to the next level, or if you want to have a full-time, even if you have a job right now and you're looking for a side hustle to add a few $1,000s to your income, or if you want something that's going to replace your income, let's look at the side hustles that you can use AI for. Let's look at the AI side hustles that'll help you accomplish those goals. All right. So I have the ranking here from legendary to solid, pretty good, average, and trash. All right. So let's get into it. The first one, I want is, we're going to go with building a simple app or tool. Right. Let me bring this up here. I think this is actually pretty solid if you can learn to build apps or tools, right? Because you only have to build it once. And once it's built, now you just have to market it. Now, the building is not the hard part. AI can handle the whole build for you. Here are the steps. You're going to open up any LLM, ChatGPT or Claude or Gronk if you're nasty, and say, hey, I want to come up with, I want to come up with that. First, you'll say, hey, interview me. Oh, no, here's what you want to put in AI. Hey, I want to come up with a simple app for Android and iOS. I want to come up with a simple app for Android and iOS. You know what? Let's just focus on iOS. I want to come up with some ideas for an iOS app. Interview me. Ask me as many questions as you need. And once you have enough information, come up with about 10 ideas for apps for me. Right? Then it'll come up with the ideas for you. Then you say, well, if you see one you like, you say, okay, now help me write what's called a KRP for this, right? And and this is what you're going to get. And then once you get your KRP together, right? This is the instructions that you're going to put into the app making LLM. And I recommend you use, and to build your iOS app, you can use Replit, Bolt, or Roke. I think I'm saying that right. Roke, right? And these are the best iOS building platforms for apps. And then they'll publish it to the App Store for you, right? So that's not the hard part, right? The hard part is actually marketing it, right? And that's why it doesn't get legendary, because you still have to market it. And to market it, you're going to have to learn. You're probably going to have to either have a big following, pay influencers to market it, or you're going to have to run ads to it. And if you don't know how to run ads, that can be challenging. Luckily, Manus has recently been acquired by Meta. And you can actually link your Manus account to Meta, and you can have Manus actually run your ads. Say, hey man, I have this product, this thing, help set up the ads for me, and it'll do it for you. And it does a surprisingly good job, because Meta wants you to actually do good with their ads, so you keep giving them money. Right? So I would say this is a solid choice if you know what you're doing. All right. The next one I'm gonna say is why do I have two of these? Some of these have a few. Let me get rid of The next one is online coaching. This is legendary, top tier. Again, I'm biased. I made my first million as an online fitness coach, and I've helped over 15,000 people grow successful online fitness businesses. And one thing I do now is I teach my students how to use AI to grow their online fitness business. So you can use AI to help you come up with content ideas, to help you write scripts for your content. Again, you can use AI to help run your ads as an online coach. And you can use AI to actually help you train your clients. So what some of my students are doing, someone who have experience, what they do is they dump all their knowledge into a tool like Hermes or OpenClaw, and then they give it access on another computer that stays on all the time to their training platform where they train their clients. And then now the app is responding as them to their clients. I don't do that, but that is something you can do, or at least you can use it to supplement your training. And this way, like the clients are getting great results because it's actually that guy's information, but he's not doing it. Right? And using AI to come up with the programs, with the workout plans, but I think the real cheat code, what I've been seeing is using agents to help keep their clients accountable. Right. So you can set up Hermes, OpenClaw, or even GrockBot, some will be experimenting with, to actually log into your accounts and respond to your clients. You have to train it with your knowledge, right? But this way, your clients, you can keep them accountable, because we're really selling accountability, right? And you won't say accountable to an app or a program, but you'll say accountable to another person. But you can use AI to help you keep them accountable. If nothing else, I don't recommend my students fully automated because you want to have a human touch, but it can help make sure that none of the messages slip through the cracks, especially when you started getting a lot of clients. Like some of my students have like thousands and thousands. I'm sorry. Some of my students have like 50 to 100 clients. For example, here's one of my students, Corey Armstrong. When he started working with me, he had like 1,000 followers. He had never done online training before. Now look how much money he's making.
Last month we finished at 40K.
If you don't mind me asking, what you finished the year at?
The last year was a record year, man. We finished at $470,000. I owe a lot of this to you and the team, just being able to continue to provide the value and consistently being there to help. So I'm eternally grateful, man.
Let's give Corey a round of applause. Just under $500,000.
But it's not even just Corey. You know, we have people from all walks of life. Some people, they may not be making $500,000 a year, but we have people who come in and then, you know, within the first 90 days, they're making $10,000 a month.
I made 9K in 28 days.
Your first 28 days in the program? Come on,
Yes.
right out the gate. Let's go. Is that the most money you ever made from your fitness business?
Yes.
Let's give Alejandra a round of applause. Hey guys, if you think that online training may be the side hustle that you actually want, right? Because both Corey and Alejandra started their online fitness business while they had regular full-time jobs. And they didn't have much experience at all, but because we were able to help them, because I was able to help them, and then we taught them how to utilize AI, they were able to take it to the next level. I have a free tool. Oh, this is the wrong one. I have a free tool for you. It's called the Fitness Revenue Roadmap, where basically you answer about 9 questions, and the AI is trained on my knowledge, like over a decade of my knowledge of growing an online fitness business. And once it answers this question, it's going to know enough about you and what your goal is and where you are right now as a trainer, even if you're just starting, you don't have no following, or even if you're already a little established, right? It'll give you the exact game plan and roadmap you need to actually hit your goal as an online trainer, right? It only takes about 4 minutes, 100% free. It's going to give you the game plan and tell you how long it's going to take for you to go from where you are to where you want to be as far as income concerned. Click the link in the description. Click the link. It's in the description. Click on it. Answer those 9 questions. All right. The next side hustle we have is, hold on, let's go, script writing for other YouTubers. I'm going to put this in just script writing for, I'm going to put this in, what the fuck, man? Just script writing in general. This is solid. Man, there was a guy, I was talking to an Instagram growth expert, you know, because I still get coaching for people, even though I have like close to 1 million followers on Instagram. And I was like, oh, this guy might know some stuff for me. And he was charging $1,000 per script, right? There's money to be made here. Obviously, that was crazy, but there is money to be made here. And people charge for this. Like these experts, maybe they charge for scripts for Instagram. They charge scripts for YouTube. And if you know how to utilize AI for writing, there's an art to it. Like you don't want to be giving these people slop, but there is an art to writing good AI scripts. In fact, some of my videos that got the most views, I came up with the script with AI. I'll show you exactly what I do. What I do is I have AI interview me. I tell them what I want the topic to be. And then I have AI interview me until it has enough information to put the script together based off what I said. That's way better than just saying, write me a fat loss script, because it's going to give you like the most generic shit in the world. But if it writes a script based off me and what I said, then it's golden, right? And if you know how to use AI correctly so it doesn't sound like slop, this is a solid option, right? I don't know why this is on here twice. See a bunch of these. All right, let's go. Bookkeeping services, right? This is pretty good. There's a lot of demand for this, but there's also a lot of competition. This is super saturated, right? But I'm gonna put that in solid, right? And of course, you can use AI to help you with the bookkeeping. If you're running ads, of course, you can use AI to help you run your ads. Again, Manus is what I recommend for that, right? And you just different AI tools you can build to actually help with the bookkeeping. And if they have spreadsheets, you can help put it together. And if you know how to do it, AI bookkeeping is a really solid service. Every business that's making money needs a bookkeeper. Excuse me. And if you know what you're doing, that's a solid revenue. It's difficult to stand out. It's difficult to stand out and to get clients because it's so saturated. But if you can figure it out, you can. What I recommend is, for starting, is obviously post all over your social media that you do this. Do some outreach to people on social media. Go on Upwork, Fiverr, any of those gig things, and really go as hard as you can. A cheat code for all of these is you can do something called the testimonial harvest, where you work for some people for free in order to get testimonials for like a month. That's something you can do for all of these when you're starting out. This is something I teach my students who I teach to grow their online fitness business. If they're like brand new, I say, hey man, you got to find some people you can train for free for a month, get them great results. And then in exchange for their testimonials, you want to find about 5 people. And then once you get them the results, one, you'll have the testimonials, but then after you talk to them and say, hey, you've been making some good progresses for this month. If you want to keep going because you believed in me, I'll give you half off training with me or working with me. And you can do that for any of these side hustles I'm giving you, right? You can do some work for them for a little while and then offer them a discount to continue working for me after you get results, but you also get their testimonials, right? And then you use your testimonials in their ads and their marketing. A lot of my students in High Ticket Trainer, when I teach them to grow their online fitness business, a lot of times those are their first clients from the testimonial harvest. All right, let's keep going. Next one, I saw this online and I saw people are doing this. You'll be surprised. Baby consulting names. So people are actually hiring other humans to help them come up with baby names. I'm gonna put that at trash though, because I don't think the demand is high enough. It's high enough, man. You know, you really have to niche down. You know, if I was going to pick a niche for that, I'd probably pick what I know. I'd probably pick Black baby names, where it's like you can just come up with a random consonant or a random syllable or collection of random syllables and add a is at the end, right? Tremontez, DeMartez, Tez or Kez at the end. Quavantez. Trilatez. Whatever, man. You know, you can keep doing. I can do that all day. I think I'd be a good African-American baby consultant name, but the demand for that is pretty low, you know? All right, let's keep going. Let me get rid of some of these. Some of these I just don't like at all that are on here. Some of them are on here twice. Here's a really good one that you probably haven't thought about. Sales call analyzing services, right? So if you know someone who has a sales team, especially a large sales team, nobody I know who runs a large sales team is watching every call or analyzing every call, right? But what you can do is you can interview the sales rep and ask him, what does a good call look like, right? And then get transcripts of like some of the company's best sales calls put those into something like a folder in Claude or a folder in ChatGPT, and then you link to the company's CRM or their note-taking app or whatever in Zoom, and then you can set up automations that every time there's a new sales call, it automatically gets put into that CRM. I'm saying it automatically gets put into that project, and it reviews it against like the really good sales calls and the sales manager's interview, and then it spits out the sales manager a grade. And you could have it set so weekly. You can set up automation for weekly. Each sales rep can get a overall grade, right? And you can have different criteria. This is something I do for my sales team, but I know how to use AI. So every time, every sales call gets ran through AI, and each salesperson gets a grade on their call. And then we do weekly grades and monthly grades to see how well they're doing, right? Most sales managers don't know how to do that shit. But if you could set something like that up for the people and market it, man, that would really help them out a lot, right? So I'm going to say that is B tier. Like, it's a really good service. You know what? I want to put that up to solid, as a matter of fact, because there's not a lot of competition in this, right? And if you can offer something like that that's automated for the salesperson, man, they'll pay for that. I'm telling you, they'll pay for that. All right. The next one we're going to pick is, some of these I got to get rid of. I don't know. Some of them came here twice. All right. Let's do. Okay. LinkedIn. I'm sorry. What the fuck? Sales. Sorry, I'm looking for the one that I wanted. Okay, let's go here. YouTube, niche YouTube / personal brand. This is legendary if you can build it. If you can build it, this is legendary, right? So I built my business, all my businesses were built off the back of my YouTube following, right? And I made like over $20 million online, so I got to put it at legendary. The only problem is it has a high barrier of entry to get good, right? But what you want to do when you start this is you want to pick a niche, right? Yeah, I mean, real deep niche. So if your niche is, for example, fitness is too big of a niche, right? You got to niche down even more. So instead of fitness, you might say building muscle, right? But no, or let's say you said getting ripped, right? Or you know what? Let's go with, you might say fat loss, but that's too big of a niche, right? Maybe you go down for fat loss for men over 40. Now we got somewhere. Or you can do fat loss with peptides, right? You're talking about how to use peptides to lose fat, right? Or you can do fat loss for women, right? Whatever it is, or fat loss for older women. You want to niche down as far as possible. It's very important. If you are in the fitness niche, well, okay, you got to niche down with no matter who you're working with, whether it's, I'm sorry, whatever you pick, even if you pick real estate investing, or you can't just say real estate investing, you have to niche down to like Section 8 real estate investing, or you have to niche down to like house flipping or something. You know, you have to niche down as far as possible. If you are in a fitness niche and you want to figure out how far you should niche down or where you should niche down to, I actually got a tool for you for that too, right? So that link is going to be in the description too. It's the niche validator, right? So basically all you got to do is, it's going to take you about 3 minutes. You answer a few questions about your expertise, who you want to help, where you have any kind of specialized knowledge, if any, right? And this will help you figure out your most profitable niche, like how far deep down you should get, right? I have experience in the fitness niche because that's how I made almost all my money is in the fitness industry. And you got to have a niche that's going to help you figure out your target market and who you want to focus on, right? This is super important. You will fail without this as a online trainer or a fitness influencer. You got to have a niche. All right. Let's go back to the next one. Oh, that link is in the description. Click that link to figure out what your niche is going to be. You will fail without it. All right. So the next one we have is, all right, got this on here twice. Some of these are on here twice. I don't know how that happened. We're going to go with dating profile writer. So this is a real job. There are people who do this. You can find these people on Upwork, Fiverr, whatever, and people are doing this. I'm going to say this is average. It's not the best one, right? It's not the best one. You can use AI to help you write some of these profiles or help you make them better, help you make them improve it, but the demand is not as high, but there's something there. All right. Let's go with, for the next one is, thought I had it. Sales funnel and VSL copywriting. This is going to be pretty good. I'm gonna put this at B tier. It's not bad, but it's pretty good. So basically, you're writing scripts for established creators or personal brand for their video sales letters or their YouTube views or their YouTube videos. All right. So you want to pick high revenue niches, finance, tech, health. I would probably stay away from fitness for this one. Right. And what you can do is you can load up a ton of the creators' past videos and transcripts into a project so it sounds like them. And then you can write a script for them, right, based off that, right? And they're going to like it because it sounds like them. Everybody it's kind of like how people don't mind they don't love, but they don't mind the smell of their own farts, right? Everybody thinks their baby is cute, no matter how gruesome that person is, right? So they're going to love the script because it sounds like them. It's based off them, right? You offer them the free sample to prove that you can write a good script. And then you can move to a script by script basis, or you can get yourself on some monthly retainer, right? And you can use AI to write the scripts. The key is to download as much of their content as possible so you can write scripts that sound like them, but better. All right. The next one is, let's go with UGC video creation for brands. This is another one that's actually pretty good, man. So basically this is, you make user generated content that brands can use in their ads. This is a big industry. Man. So how to start, you can make some sort of portfolio, right? And you can write some scripts. You can use Claude to help write some scripts based off some ads that company's already running. So what you can do is to find the ads that they're already running. You can go into the Facebook ads manager, search the brand, and all the ads that they're running right now will be there. You'll see every ad they're running, at least on Instagram and YouTube, right? Download those, transcribe them, put them in a Claude or ChatGPT folder, put the instructions to, you're going to write scripts like the examples in the project, right? And then write some scripts, make the video, and then you start submitting these to brands, and they'll pick them up. And a lot of these UGC stuff, you don't have to post on your own page, right? They just need the content of real people, because AI video still looks kind of fake, it doesn't convert as well. So they need real people, and they'll pay real people. I know people making $20,000 a month doing just UGC ads, right? You know, I think it's pretty solid. You don't even have to have a big following for that one. All right, let's get to the next one. Let's go. Which one do I want to do next? Let's go tutor prep consulting, right? Helping people get good at tests and shit. This is going to be B tier 2. All right. So this is when you teach a specific academic subject to people, right? Or it can be entrance exams, or it could even be SAT prep, right? And you do personalized one-on-one training, right? So for this, you have to know the subject. You want to pick a subject that you know like the back of your hand. You have to be kind of smart for this one. That's why I put it at B tier, because you're you. I'm just messing around. I'm just... And what you can do is you can use Claude or ChatGPT to generate practice problems and practice tests for these people, right? And you can use AI, you can use ChatGPT or Claude to help you explain more technical stuff in practical, easier ways to these people you're tutoring. Right? And it can help you build study guides super fast, right? And another thing you can do, this is what I recommend to really use AI for this, is you can set up some sort of agent, OpenClaw. I stay away from OpenClaw, Hermes, Gronkbot, or even you can do this with Claude Code or Codex. You can set an agent to actually post on community job boards. Post on job boards. You can go post in groups for you. Tutoring platforms, you can have it go out and find all these places to post your job, and then you can have it posted for you. I think Codex is the best for this, because Codex will open up in its own browser, and you just log into that browser. You can log into that browser once and just tell it what you want to do, and it'll start just doing it. Like I had to hire some people off Upwork for something, and I just told Codex, hey man, log into my Upwork account, post a job, look at the applicants, tell me who you think is best, right? And they came back and found who they thought was best from the applicants, and I was like, all right, yeah, man, go ahead and pay him, hire him, tell me when it's done. And they did it, and I got the shit, right? So it can do that for you, but for like getting jobs instead of hiring people, right? Codex. Gronkbot is a new one. I haven't used it yet, but that one seems really promising. The problem is problem is it's owned by Elon, and I wouldn't trust him to take out my trash. All right. Let's keep going. Let me find ones that are in D tier. Okay. So you'll hear a lot of stuff about Amazon KDP self-publishing. So this is self-publishing shit on Amazon, right? And the thing is, this used to be better before AI. But now there's so many KDP books coming out. There's so many people. But it's full of slop, right? I know this one really well. Let me show you. Let me show you what I mean. How I know this. Let me pull something up for you. Yeah, hold on one second. I search my name on Amazon. You'll see that I had books on Amazon before AI. This was I purchased it, my own book, when it was published in 2014 for AI. You know, it's not a big deal. Just 3,000 reviews, 4.5 rating, you know, no big deal, right? But with all this, I still didn't make a whole bunch of money off it, right? So the key with publishing to Amazon is you got to put out a lot of volume over a lot of topics, right? You know, and it's got to be stuff people are searching for. And the problem with it is just this. People figured out they can use AI to write shit, and it's just full of slop. It's just, I mean, it's full of slop, man. It's slop everywhere. It can work though if you pick a very narrow niche and stick to it. It can work. All right. How I would do it, I wouldn't use AI to write it. I would do it the way I wrote my books is first I would write an outline back in the day, and then a detailed outline, and I would record every section of the outline and have those recordings transcribed. And then I went on Upwork and found an editor and had the editor edit the transcription and make it a nice book. And then I uploaded it, right? So I didn't have to write anything except for the outline. I spoke it and it transcribed my words. Now you can do that with ChatGPT or Claude, right? You can come up with your own outline, and then you can record each chapter or each section of each chapter, and it'll put together your book for you. You don't just publish from that. Send that shit to a real editor, a human editor, right? Find somebody on Upwork who edits stuff, send it to them and have them do it. I'm telling you, you need to do that. All right, let's keep going. I already did bookkeeping. I'm not going to do this one. Somebody just clean this up a little bit. Okay, let's go with digital online courses. Right, I'm gonna say this is pretty good. It's not great. It's pretty good. You know, 10 years ago, this was great. Now it's kind of saturated with it. It's still viable. You can do it, but to make money with courses, again, people are only going to buy your course once. Right, the average course sells for about $50. Some are more expensive, some are less expensive, but on average, like we had this data shows about $50. If you wanted to make $10,000 in a month, you'd have to sell 200 courses, right? Most of y'all never sell 200 of anything, right? That's why I like coaching better, because coaching is recurring. They're not just buying it once, because with a course, they have to buy your shit over and over again, right? With a course, you have to sell to new people every time, because they're not going to keep buying your course over and over again. Right. But when you're coaching people, they're paying for the accountability, right? That's why you don't see a lot of fitness people selling courses or making money. Like the people who are making money are doing online coaching. Now, it can still work. You can still make some money if you pick something that's in high demand, you know, pick something that really helps. And then if you have coaching on the back end of it, right? If you mix it together, like the upsell is one-on-one coaching with you. So let's say you had a course on AI automations, right? AI automations for solo entrepreneurs. If you have something like that, boom, they buy your course. But here's the thing, they're not going to do it, right? Most people ain't going to do it. So you can actually sell working with you, and you can help them set them up, and then you can pay for that too. Same thing if you're going to sell a fitness course. I mean, most people ain't going to buy your fitness course, right? Unless you got a big following or you know ads. But if you do manage to get some sales, if you're gonna do it fitness course, sell it dirt cheap as possible, and then use that as a lead mechanism to get into online coaching, right? The people who buy that say, hey man, you want to work directly with me, you know, you can upsell them that. That still works. That still works. And again, if you want to, for example, because once you get into coaching, then you can make the big money. Like here's one of my students right now.
Big Jazz, what up, player?
This week we got 8,100.
Nice,
and
man.
for the month right now, we had 28,100. So we're going for 35 at least.
Congratulations, Jazz. Let's take it to the next level.
All right. You know, coaching is where it's at, but you can still use cheap courses as a way to acquire clients cheap. Here's the best way to handle courses. You can use it as what's called a self-liquidating offer, right? So this is something I teach my students like Jazz and some of the others. Self-liquidating offer. And this is more advanced, but bear with me. you're hoping you don't even care if the ads are profitable to the actual course, right? What you want is to at least break even. This way you get customers for free. And once you sold something someone once, it's easier to sell it to them again. It's kind of like it's easier to have sex with someone you already had sex with versus trying to find a new person to have sex with, right? You're already in there, right? So that works really well because once they buy your course, it's so much easier to sell them the next big thing, right? Again, if you feel like online training is you for fitness, if you feel like that's the thing that may be the best side hustle for you, right? Again, check out the RIP roadmap. It's going to tell you, it's going to tell you exactly what you need to do and all the steps you need to hit your income goal as an online trainer, no matter where you're starting from. It's free. Click that link in the description. Check it out. All right, let's get to the next one, shall we? We're going to go with, for this one, let's go with sales funnel copywriting. I didn't have this on here, right? Yeah, sales funnel copywriting. I'm going to put this at, I think I want to put that at B tier, solid. Let me make sure. Yeah, so basically you'll be writing long form sales copy and sales pages for people with personal brands or businesses or companies, right? And what I would do is, how I would do it, I would load up some proven frameworks. I'm assuming you know how to write copy. If you don't, but write up some proven frameworks like the PSA framework or the AD or the AIDS framework, or even upload transcripts of super successful VSLs that are making money already, right? And then you can draft a copy of the funnel in the VSL and build your portfolio. Get yourself like 2 or 3 clients, use them as testimonials, and then you can just you can just start ripping it from there. And then assumingly, if you're good, once you have 2 or 3 testimonials, hey, you can make your own VSL to get more clients, assuming you're good. All right. Let's go with, AI automations for businesses, right? Or for services or businesses. Let's go with that one. All right. So boom. What you want to do is, to make this work, is you want to pick one industry to focus on, right? You don't necessarily want to start off as the automations guy. You want to be the automations guy for media buyers, or you want to be the automations guy for why am I drawing a blank? You can be the automations guy for for lead generation businesses, right? Whatever it is, pick whatever you want. Just focus on one industry and you're going to start building automations for them. All right. And you want to identify the repetitive tasks that takes them a lot of time and just boring shit. And then you want to develop tools that can actually automate this process for them. One thing you can do is you can come up with some demos for it, right? For example, I have a friend who's, what he does is he sets up automations in people's DMs that trained on what their DM setters would say, and he sets up automated DM setters for course sellers and info services, right? And he makes a killing doing that because the existing platforms, not all of them are very good, right? But he's figured out a way to make it good and it sound like the actual influencer, right? And he's crushing it with that. So if you can figure that out, if you know how to do it, that one will work really well. All right. All right, let's go with the next one. already got sales. I already got this one on here. Some of these ones. Let's go. LinkedIn ghostwriting for executives. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's solid. Basically, what you'll be doing is you'll be writing LinkedIn posts for executives. You know, these corporate motherfuckers love being on LinkedIn, but they don't know how to. They don't typically have time to write good posts, and so if they do it, they end up making a bunch of slop. So instead of making slop, what you want to do is you can load up a lot of their writings or writings from people they really like into a Claude project, and then you can start writing for them. And then what really take the next level if you start posting for them, right? And just take it 100% off their plate. They'll pay for that one, right? That one works pretty well. All right. Let's go. The next one we want to pick is get rid of some of these. Some of these don't need to be in here. So we'll add twice. Same thing with business newsletter writing. It's a very similar thing. Like most people should have a newsletter, but a lot of people either don't know what to write or they don't. And I've talked to businesses, people who had big email lists and they were never sending any emails. It's like, oh, you're leaving so much money on the table, right? So for example, this is something my man Splash Man was doing. He's made millions of dollars writing emails for drop shipping companies, right? So you hear what I say? He doesn't just write emails for businesses. He writes emails specifically for drop shipping companies, and he helps them integrate it too. And he does the whole thing for them. So he uses Klaviyo to actually send out the campaigns and set everything up for them. He runs their whole email marketing, and he used to do it by like per email, but now he takes a percentage of revenue from email. And services like Klaviyo, they can actually track for e-commerce businesses. Services like Klaviyo can actually track how much money is coming from email, and he gets just a percentage of all that gross, right? This is a really solid option, right? And where you can use AI to do that, there's also some AI in Klaviyo if you're using it. But again, load up emails that are bangers, right? Load us and teach Claude or ChatGPT how to write bangers. Give it examples of bangers, right? And say write like these joints, right? That's kind of the key. If you don't want your shit to write like slop, you got to show it what good writing is. That's the key to writing good content. You have to train it on what good writing is, all right? Let's move on to the next one. Some of these on here both. Let me just get rid of some of these because this shit got out of hand. Oh, no, that's good. What's happening? Hold up for a second. Whatever. All right. Let's go. I'm gonna go AI coaching and consulting. This is legendary. So if you like really understand AI, if you understand workflows, automation, if you know everything it is about Claude Code, Codex, OpenClaw, Hermes, or Gronkbot, you can set up a lot of money helping companies integrate this and consulting with them. So they may not want someone to do it for them. Sometimes they just need someone to help them figure it out what to do. They just need a consultant and they'll do it on their own. So one of my boys, Jelani, he does this for businesses and he makes a lot of money for it. And then he ends up getting paid to actually do some of the stuff too, right? It's very lucrative career if you know AI, if you are a master of it. This will work really well. All right, let's go with course creation as a service. This is solid. So if you can find someone with a big personal brand, but they're not monetizing them well, right? What you can do is You can help them create courses and handle the marketing. And you do a revenue split with them. And this is something I used to do. I used to have a marketing agency where I would manage the businesses of fitness influencers. And if somebody had like a big following, we would put together courses for them and we would run their ads and we do a 50-50 split. Now I got a 50-50 split because I put up all the money. I paid for all the editing. It was my ideas. And I put the money down for the ad spend. So I was taking all the financial risks, you know? And man, we made a lot of money doing this. You know how you can do it now with AI is you can use AI to help speed up a lot of these workflows. You can use AI for a lot of the editing, the script writing for the course, and you can use AI to help you run the ads. This is super powerful if you can get it done, right? You may not be able to get 50-50 because I had a good reputation, at least not starting out. Let's go with I don't know how so many of these got on twice. Let me clean this up. And I'm gonna get to all your super chats right after this. I don't know how some of these got on here so much. I think this is it. I don't think there's anything else I want to cover on here. Oh, okay. The next one is super solid. Matter of fact, this might be S tier. A done for you content agency, right? So my man Ryan McGinn does this. Well, he'll do everything for the influencer. He has a short form content agency where, and I was working for him from some point where he'll help come up with ideas. He'll write the scripts. He didn't write scripts for me because I'm good at being on camera, right? But we brainstormed ideas together. But for his other clients, he would write the whole script for him. He would do all the editing and all the posting. So all the influencer had to do, or the course seller, was just to record the videos once a month from his scripts, send the raw footage to Ryan. Next thing you know, that shit just gets dripped out. Man, there's a lot of money doing this. Ryan was making a few $1 million a year doing this. It's hard to start and build up a clientele, but once you can get that popping, that's a powerful side hustle. All right. Everything else on this list is pretty much F tier, or I already went over it. So fuck it. Let me get rid of these. A lot of these just got on here twice. Obviously, my favorite on this list, I'm biased, but my favorite is going to be online coaching, right? However, all of these are good. All these are good if you can pull it off. These are good, but the problem with this is, some of these take a little more skill. The barrier of entry is a little higher for the solid tier. Online coaching is I think is the number one best one is a YouTube channel, right? But the barrier of entry is high. It's probably the most difficult thing on this list to get good at, right? Online coaching is the only one I can think of that on this list that has a pretty low barrier for entry and the ceiling is just super high. That's the one I think, right? But again, I'm biased because I've just helped so many people grow successful online fitness businesses. For example, let me show you a few of these other
Yo, what's up, Brandon? I'm new to the group. Nice to meet y'all. This is my second week going in, and I've closed my first 997.
Keep that momentum going, brother. Let's give Gino a round of applause. Come on, man.
That's a good week. So $3,300 coming in this week. I had 997. At 50% off monthly coming from my challenge, and then I started another challenge this month that got me another 2,100.
So you did how much last week?
3,300 bucks.
3,300 bucks. What did you do for the total of last month?
Last month was 10K for the first month.
That's what's up. It's first month in the program.
Yeah, and I just finished week 6, and I'm about almost at 1,800, so I'm on pace to hit 10K again the second month.
Come on, man, let's go.
Guys, if you want to learn how to grow your online fitness business, make sure you can learn about it for free and what it would take for you specifically to actually make money as an online trainer. Go ahead and just take this quiz. It's about 9 questions. You're going to give you the exact game plan you need to go from wherever you are to where you want to be as an online trainer. Hit all your goals. It's going to be the exact game plan. All right. Link is in the description. Click that button now. It's trained off all my decades of experience as a trainer and as an online trainer. And after making over $20 million online, all in the fitness industry, click that link and figure out exactly what it takes for you to be a successful online trainer, if that's your goal. All right. What else? I think we got some super chats.
We do. We have Pursue Excellence. He says, BBC, got a savings goal of 200K by December. I'm working graveyard on weekends plus full-time job. Do you think the income outweighs the impact on sleep?
You need sleep because like you'll literally go crazy if you don't get sleep. So you want to get 7 hours of sleep, man. So if you can't get 7 hours of sleep, then no, it's not worth it. All right, I'm gonna just be real with you, because if you can't get 7 hours of sleep during the day, it's kind of unhealthy. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there. What else we got?
And then we have Chris, ECA or tirzepatide, which worked better for your cuts? Also, any tip for night hunger? I hit my calories, but still snack around 1 to 2 a.m.
Oh, you gotta stop that. Tirzepatide. Talk to your doctor. Talk to your doctor. If your doctor says it's okay for you to get tirzepatide and prescribes it to you. Matter of fact, I'm not even telling you what to do. I got a tirzepatide prescription from my doctor, and it took away my hunger 100%. And I'm not even cutting right now, but I just like being on tirzepatide because I eat just because I need to eat to maintain my muscle mass, but I like not being hungry at all ever. Like I really kind of like that. My mind, I don't even think about hunger. It's lit. But yeah, nothing works better than that. Nothing I found. It's a miracle drug, bro. It's a miracle drug. Talk to your doctor though. It's not medical advice. What else we got?
We're all done.
All right, guys, we do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. All right, see y'all next week. Oh, no, see you on Thursday. Peace.